This is a newly constructed contemporary mega mansion here in the mountains of Bel Air, Los Angeles. It has a beautiful curved infinity edge pool, amazing design elements both inside and outside the structure. It also has an underground movie theater, private gym, wellness center, pool skylights, and a primary bedroom suite with some impressive views. And today, we're going to tour this property in its entirety, but before we do, make sure to subscribe. We're touring more homes just like this one every week on the channel. Huge thank you to our good friends at the Maman Group for making this tour possible. And now let's begin. We are here today in bright and sunny Bel Air, Los Angeles, California, my favorite neighborhood here in Los Angeles to tour these homes. And we're about to show you guys this impressive, newly constructed 16,000 square foot mega mansion here right in front of me. Now, that's a lot of words to describe a property, I understand that, but you're gonna see why, okay? This is one of the best new construction properties available in this neighborhood. Again, you'll see why, just stick around throughout this video. First of all, if you look down below, beautiful cobblestone driveway actually takes you to the very front entrance of the property. Amazing water feature, greets you as you enter. But before we see that section, I want to actually backtrack just a second here. There's a couple things we need to unpack. So I want you guys to understand how you enter this property. You have this code which opens up your first car gate, which leads you into that first motor court that we did just show you with the cobblestone driveway. And you actually have this second private gate right here. It is currently closed, but this actually takes you down below to your subterranean 8-car garage. Very impressive garage, I should mention. That garage also has some of the best views in Bel Air, which we'll see in a second. Also, they've wrapped beautiful stonework across this exterior entryway. And guys, also, if you take a look at some of these overhead shots of this underground driveway here, it looks so impressive from up in the air. One of the more unique driveways we've seen on the channel, and it gets amazing views, guys. Take a look over here to my left-hand side. This is the mountains of Bel Air, Los Angeles. Unica's down below, amazing homes all across, but they are far away, so they're not gonna see you, but this is a crazy view, and the view actually gets crazier. So stick around with us. More of that complementary stone towards the left like we saw at the exterior of the home. Beautiful plant life and hedges surround the exterior of this home, making it more private, more secure. Okay, so no one from the road can see this property at all. Once that gate is closed, it's like a fortress. No one even knows this property exists until they come through the gates, which is very good. Now, towards my right, beautiful water feature is, again, kind of curved here. It's a very long water feature as well. It's got to be 25, maybe 30 feet long, which is pretty spacious for a water feature. And again, it complements the entry so well. It greets you every time you enter this space. Now, cobblestone continues. If you actually take a look here to the right-hand side, you have this pedestrian gate, which takes you into the backyard. Also, let's talk about the exterior architecture, materials, etc. Again, more of that beautiful stonework here, and it's actually complemented with this exterior travertine, which is an earth-toned stone detail, and that actually extends all the way up to the roof line of the property. And then you can also see up above there that you have some vertical wooden panels, which actually encloses a courtyard seating area, which is up above near some guest bedrooms, which we'll see later. And you can also see across the other sides of the property, also takes on a very contemporary and chic look here. You also see more of the vertical wooden panels throughout. This home is impressive. And also, I should mention, we have a curved infinity edge pool to the left. We'll see it later. Stone steps lead you up to the front door. Beautiful plant life. The landscaping in this home is truly immaculate. You'll see more of it a bit later. Covered entry. You also have speakers up above here at your covered entry too. So it is a smart home. You can play the music anywhere in this home. Now let's talk about this wooden pivot door. This is one of the more solid wooden pivot doors I've seen. I mean, this thing has to weigh at least like 1,000, maybe 1,500 pounds. This thing is massive. And also, let's talk about the design of it briefly. So you have some rectangular espresso tone wood paneling throughout, and then you have these stone accents, these dark stones, and they've actually fabricated the handle right here, so it is a bit concealed. Such a crazy front door, such a crazy way to greet your guests every time they enter your property. Hello guys, welcome to my house. This is my 1,500 pound front door. This is crazy. Now, I also want to mention something right here. If you take a look, this is actually a bit of a mid-century take on this modern property, but they've included some floor-to-ceiling glass, which looks directly out to your plant life and some of the beautiful exterior stonework that we see. But I call it mid-century because they've also introduced, again, the use of that espresso tone wood. And, you know, this type of plant life is seen more often in mid-century properties. Plus that stone also is too, but this is impressive. Now you can see we've actually made it to the inside of the property. Seating section right when you walk in. And there's a lot to unpack here, guys. This is a very special property, newly constructed, 2024 build. It's impressive. Now, if you take a look to the right, this is the tablet. It's not an iPad, it is a tablet, and it controls the entire property here. So, for example, you can control items such as the music, the security cameras, the intercom, which is the code box we saw at the front, so you can talk to people who are trying to get in. You can, of course, control the lights. You can also, of course, control the pool lights, the water features, control everything from the screen, or you can control it from your phone. Now, these beautiful stone floors lead you into the living space of the property, but also I wanted to mention that they have paneled all of these walls here in the entrance beautifully. You also have some vertical wooden panels, really giving a nice accent to this space. And these walls are actually curved, so every time you enter the property, you actually kind of make this curved roundabout, which takes you into the great room. This space is truly impressive, and again, there's a lot of things to unpack here, so we're gonna start one by one. First of all, impressive contemporary seating space greets you every time you enter this great room. You've got the dining table in front of me, then further past that space, that's where we have access into your kitchen and your main family room. We also get direct backyard access from this specific living room, and that backyard has a curved infinity edge pool, which we'll see a little bit later. Now, downstairs is all about entertaining. Now that's where you have, of course, your pool table, movie theater, amazing seating sections, wine cellar. You have this crazy lounge, which is underneath your pool, and you also have your 8-car garage, plus a gym, plus a sauna, steam room, indoor hot tub, and then the floor above us contains a remaining portion of the guest bedrooms for the house, and you also have the beautiful primary suite, which occupies the entire left wing of that upper level. And that space also has some incredible features, which we'll see later. So currently we are in the middle floor of the property. So don't worry, we'll see this house in its entirety. This may be a long video, I'm just gonna tell you right now because there's a lot to see. Now, like I said, contemporary seating space greets you as you enter. We've got the earth tone stone floors, and then you can see they've introduced more of that travertine stone to the interior of the property here. Now this goes from the floor all the way up to the ceiling right here. And you can also see that you've got this impressive glass enclosed fireplace, and they've actually introduced some nook shelving crafted within this travertine here on either side of that fireplace. Now you can also see you have this kind of vertical ridge detail crafted with that travertine, and right above that fireplace, they've actually brought in these vertical metallic panels right here to give the space more character. And in front of me, that's the formal dining space, which we'll see in a bit. And also, I want you to look above briefly. So, like I said, we have the wall panels, of course, covering this entire side. We have a similar vertical wooden panel detail above, slightly different color. We've also got the recessed LED lights above, illuminating that space. And of course, that takes you to upstairs, downstairs, and the kitchen. But before we see that area, I want to actually take you guys over here to my right-hand side. Now, we're going to take a very interesting route to this office space here. So you can see we're in the backyard actually. Beautiful grass patch and the pool, but we're going to talk more about these spaces later. Let's take a look to my left. This is your executive office space. You've got the contemporary furniture throughout, built-in shelving towards my right. You've got the LED light strips above. Of course, all of these cabinets are soft closing, and we have your desk, your work area towards the right as well. And this office space also gets some pretty impressive views of the backyard and Bel Air in the distance. Now towards the right, you've got this seating space, and it's also complemented with a travertine back wall, vertical wooden panels, stone details, and you have a space heater up above in case it gets cold. Now let's continue our tour. We are still in the backyard, but we're gonna go back inside. We'll show you all this later. Also, I should mention that you have these automatic sliding glass doors, which take you directly out, of course, to that backyard. And all of the glass doors in this property actually are automatic, except for some of the guest bedrooms. But here in the great room and up in the primary suite, they're all automatic and operated through a touchscreen, which is pretty cool. Now here we are. This is the formal dining room section. You've got seating for up to 10 of your guests here at this rectangular table. Like I said, we have more paneled walls towards my left-hand side, recessed lighting down below, and you can see, once again, they've introduced more of this travertine detail paneled on all of these walls here, and we'll see even more of that later on. Now, if we take this hallway to the left, that takes you to the kitchen and the living room area, but before we see that, I want to actually show you a couple more interesting spaces. So we have more earth tone floors all throughout this space, and this is your grand staircase, spiral staircase I should mention, and this takes you up above to that top floor, which we discussed a bit earlier. You can also see the beautiful wood curvature taking you up that section, and this also is paneled with some vertical wood. It looks quite impressive. And I also should mention that you actually have this recessed in light, which borders your entire stair railing here. And it looks so cool, especially at this time of day as the sun is going down. You get some natural light above with some curved windows, and this stone spiral staircase just looks beautiful, and it matches the earth tones on the main floor that we see here too. Now taking a look to the right, seating section, of course, next to your spiral staircase. Pretty cool location. And then towards my left, that's your other spiral staircase. And that takes you down below to your entertainment floor, which again, we'll see later. If you also look towards my left, elevator access taking you to all 3 levels of the property. And then to my right, this space is so cool. This is actually your curved bar. So the countertops are of a similar earth tone stone detail here, again curved beautifully, and all of the wood panels down below also follow that same curvature, matching the space, making it look very symmetrical. If we take a look inside, you can see you've got some floating built-in shelving right here. You also have, of course, LED light strips to illuminate each individual shelf. You've got your sink towards my right-hand side, dishwasher, and more importantly, your very own ice maker. So in case you're hiring a bartender, well, this is gonna be the spot for them to relax and hang out for the night because they have their own ice. They don't have to bring it, which is pretty cool. You've got some wine glasses up above. Actually, these martini glasses?
Martini glasses, my dad's favorite.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Oh man. Well, maybe that's what they'll be serving at the next party here if you rent out this home from the Maman Group for an event. What are your thoughts on that?
Let's run a birthday here soon.
Yeah, that would be insane. I mean, you guys have literally seen like only 10% of the house. Like there's so much that you're gonna see.
Yep.
The pool is my favorite because it's curved, it's crazy. And then under the pool, you see all the caissons, but you can like relax next to the caissons. It's just something like I've never seen, it's crazy. But also I wanted to mention here too, so we see this, lightly toned wood detail, and this actually covers this entire side of the wall right here. And you've got the vertical wooden paneling in here as well, giving it more character. Artwork throughout. Now, this section to my left contains a closet space, powder room number 1 with a beautiful built-in stone vanity, and you also have powder bathroom number 2 with a similar built-in vanity. Now, we're gonna go ahead and exit this private bar section. We still have a lot to see here on this main level, so follow me straight ahead. You've got these curved walls next to the travertine walls, and this is your well-appointed kitchen. Now, there's a lot to see at this kitchen, okay? I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot to unpack here, and we're gonna tell you every single detail possible in this space. Now, first things first, linear center island takes on a very unique shape right here. Now you have bar seating for 3 guests here at this countertop, but you could of course have more towards the left right here, and also something interesting. So of course you have the standard custom cabinetry below, but if you actually look towards the left, they've made it a bit more interesting on this side. So you actually have this floating glass shelving, which is nicely illuminated with these LED light strips. And we actually see similar glass shelving on the back of the kitchen, which we'll talk about in a second. Also, looking to my right, you have a whole lot of storage in this space, soft closing custom cabinetry. You know how we do it here on this channel, okay? You're gonna be seeing this in a lot of homes, okay? Soft closing, it's very important to me. Now, towards the right, Miele glass paneled wine fridge, looks impressive. You can actually store 3 different temperatures of wine in there, which is very cool. Now looking to the right, custom cabinetry of course, but there's a lot more to see. You see more of this earth tone countertop backsplash combination here, and you see espresso machine to my right, built by Miele, and then we have some more custom cabinetry, and then this one's a little different, okay? Pull out shelving spaces, and they actually have the glass paneled edges around the section. That's pretty cool. That's real luxury. Now, if you take a look to my right, that's your informal dining space. I say informal because, first of all, we are right next to the kitchen, but second of all, it's more of like a lounge seating area. And this is, again, more of a mid-century type of feature, but we're seeing it in this modern home. New construction modern home, which is pretty cool. You're sitting here, you kind of feel like you're at the local coffee shop, the local cafe, but actually you don't have to drive down to that cafe any longer. The cafe is now at your property, and you can have a lot of guests here too. At least like 10 people could sit, I'd say, at this space. Circular table, window looks out to the backyard, and that window can actually be opened. All right, let me show you that real quick. That's a pretty crazy feature. Let's see here, look at that. There we go. So you can have some guests sitting right here and sitting out there. You guys can actually hold a conversation, which is pretty cool. You're separated, but you're not too separated, which I do really like. Now you have the family room towards my right, which we'll talk about in just a bit. Before we do, there's one more item that we have to discuss, and that is the fact that you actually have these huge pocket sliding doors, so you can actually create some separation from your kitchen towards your living area in case you want. You don't have to have it closed, of course, but the option is there. That's pretty cool. Now, one more item we have to talk about the kitchen are these two unique shaded light fixtures that are positioned right above. So this looks awesome, and it's in kind of a similar tone to the rest of the kitchen. Again, we're seeing a lot of earth tones in this property, and if you do remember our tour of the property across the street, that home was built by the same designer of this property, the David Maman Design Group. They built an impressive home across the street, and we toured it several months ago. We posted it, and that actually is one of my favorite tours that we've ever done. A lot of people ask me what my favorite house is that I've ever toured. Well, I would actually tell you the house across the street. Built by the same guy. We see a lot of the same design elements and materials in this property that we see in the last one. And in the kitchen in the last property, they also had a very unique center island like this with a lot of travertine. It was so cool. Here's the link. It's on either side of the screen. You definitely need to watch that video after you watch this video in its entirety, okay? Don't skip around, please. And please subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're doing house tours like this every week. Now, let's talk about the inner workings of this kitchen. So first things first, stainless steel sink towards my right. If we take a look right here, we have some custom cabinetry, which is soft closing, and it's double the amount of storage right here. Now, back up a little bit for me, please, Mr. Sam, because this is your paneled fridge built by Miele. They do all the fridges in all these homes, and built-in freezer. Now let's continue. Let's see the rest of this kitchen here. So we have custom cabinetry, of course, on either side. You actually have your trash and your recycle towards the right, and then towards the left, Miele dishwasher. And you can see that we actually have two different colored custom cabinetry here on either side. The one to my left is a bit more natural. It's a bit lighter, and guys, double the amount of storage. They already have the tongs ready for you. So when you want to cook up that steak, well, rent it from the Maman group. They think of these types of things. So you don't have to bring your own materials. They're all here. This is luxury. This is your hotel for the next couple days when you rent this property. Now, the material that they use to my right, see, this wood actually is a bit more dark. It's a bit more of an espresso tone, but you still got double the storage, guys. It's impressive, truly. Now, to the right, you have your Gaggenau 7-burner stovetop right here. Very classy, state-of-the-art appliance maker, of course. And the hood is actually above. They actually implemented it into the ceiling, so it doesn't take up any space, doesn't obstruct your view of Bel Air or of any of your guests here. Now, to the left, this is your linear stainless steel sink number 2. Very large sink setup here. You've got unique finishes there on the faucets. And then if you look down below, of course, you've got tons of storage there. And I also should mention, okay, look at the backsplash here for a second. So it's not even really backsplash. It's actually custom glass paneled cabinetry, and it actually slides down and pockets into the countertop instead of opening in a normal way. This is way cooler. Let's continue down. Miele appliance suite here to the left. Okay, we've got double oven setup, microwave, and possibly a toaster oven, maybe a steamed microwave. Pretty crazy. This is cool. So you actually have some vertical shelving. It's not something we're used to seeing. That's pretty cool. More custom cabinetry. You know how it works here. These properties, there's unlimited storage, usually. Now, around the corner, that's where we actually have access into your security booth. This is the second security booth, actually, because you have another one at the front of the house underground, which we'll see later. But this is where you can monitor all the activity, see what's going on around the house, see if anyone's up to no good. But we're in Bel Air, guys. Everyone's a good person up here, okay? Now, to the left, this is kitchen number 2. Now, this space is very spacious. You've got your Wolf double oven setup, 6-burner stovetop, hood above, microwave, custom upper and lower cabinetry, and that space also includes its very own walk-in freezer. Not just one walk-in freezer, but you actually have a second walk-in freezer right next to it, which is crazy. So if you're hiring real deal Michelin star chefs perhaps, that's where they're gonna store all their materials. That's crazy. Now here we are. This is the family room, the living space. Contemporary furniture is located all throughout here, of course. They've introduced more of the travertine material here in this space going up to the ceiling, and they have some fabricated wooden shelving here, of course. Custom cabinetry is soft closing, and you can see glass enclosed fireplace complements the space extremely well. Now, you can also see great spot to store some books, some cool artwork, a mirror perhaps. Of course, this may be where your TV is going in the future, but for now, we don't need a TV, okay? The TV is the view. Now, also, I should mention that this living space is corner facing and it actually has 2 sets of automatic sliding glass doors. And these, of course, take you out to the backyard and the impressive views. So let's check it out right now. Here we are. We made it to the impressive backyard, and right when we enter the space, huge grass lot, guys. By the way, this is not turf. This is real, authentic grass. Huge flat area, great spot to run around, let your kids play, let the dogs run around, play soccer, play football. You can do basically whatever with this space. And also something interesting, the space is railed off nicely, but you get some of the best Bel Air mountain views here in the entire neighborhood from this specific area. You're looking all the way out to downtown Los Angeles, far in the distance. The beautiful greenery here, once again, in Bel Air, Los Angeles. And like we said a little bit earlier, right below us is Unica, which is a property we did tour a little bit earlier. The video may or may not be released when this one comes out, but trust me, if it's not out yet, it is on the way. That's a crazy house. And guys, beautiful, mature olive trees in front of me. You have 4 of them specifically towards my left-hand side with a beautiful seating section with the fire pit in the center. We'll go over there in just a minute. And one more thing I wanted to show you before we head to the left wing of this backyard is the fact that you have all of this gorgeous plant life lining the exterior railing, and this grass patch actually takes you down to the front driveway of the property, so you can easily access this backyard from your driveway. And in case you're having a lot of guests over or a valet service, what you can do is you can actually have this gate open and have all of your guests enter the front of the property straight into the main event without having to go through your front door entrance. They can come straight to the outdoor party. Very cool. Great views of all the exterior architecture right here. I love the plant life elements they have up above. You've got this nice covered patio section with the seating space. And if you look up above, 3 space heaters built into the ceiling. And like we talked about earlier, we actually have the automatic sliding glass doors pocketing into the wall, giving you that seamless indoor-outdoor California living experience. It's amazing. Perfect for entertaining. This is impressive. Now let's move down through. Covered patio actually continues towards my right-hand side. Another space heater above with a seating section. And one more thing. I want to show you that you actually have travertine wrapped structural pillars out here at the exterior of the property. We've seen a lot of travertine so far throughout this tour, and we will be seeing a lot more on the lower and upper levels, so make sure to stick around for that. Moving through, direct access to the kitchen and the family room like we saw earlier, but now let's take a turn to the left, and this is it. This is the tranquil seating section. Very zen, very relaxing when you're in this space. Like I said, you have 4 mature olive trees, 1 on each corner of this section. Then you have this built-in center fireplace, Brazilian Ipe wooden deck below me here, and the amazing views of Bel Air, Los Angeles, guys. This is impressive. Again, from some of these drone shots that you'll be seeing, you can see that this backyard is very linear, and this space is completely engineered. So we are on a hillside lot. So the way that they have engineered this backyard is by implementing the use of many different caissons, which are built 50+ feet down into the mountain in order to, of course, secure this property into the hillside in the safest way possible. And it's safe from earthquakes. It is arguably safer than flat ground homes. I know that sounds crazy, but could you imagine having those caissons drilled 50, possibly 75 feet down into the bedrock? That means this home is completely locked into the hillside, okay? I know it's a lot of information to kind of take in, but this is what you're dealing with when you're building these hillside properties, and David Maman Design Group did an amazing job. Sam, what are your thoughts, first of all, on this pool, and second of all, the view?
View, absolutely immaculate. I think I might have to eat some Chipotle to this later.
100%.
The pool, that looks like quite the fall. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, exactly. So it is an infinity edge pool, obviously, as you can see. And then below it, it has a small shelf that collects all of the water that falls over. Now we are sitting on a fairly large parcel of land, and again, from these overhead shots, you will see that the property is built in a sort of triangular formation, and they've actually curved this pool to kind of match with the rest of the backyard and kind of match with the exterior architecture. Also, amazing Baja shelf. Stairs take you into the pool, of course, and this is it. This has got to be one of the top 3 jacuzzis we've seen on the channel. As you guys may or may not know, jacuzzis are basically my favorite feature in every property. My future home has to have a jacuzzi. It's really a non-negotiable type of thing. And this is one of the largest jacuzzis that we've seen at these properties. I mean, how many people think could fit in here? Like 15, 16 probably?
Easily.
Yeah, and that's like people that are actually sitting down. So like, not to mention if you're standing, I mean, probably like 25 people, but we don't need that many people in jacuzzi, all right? It's already hot enough for the most part. But also, the jacuzzi is infinity edge. And I mean, imagine just swimming out to Bel Air, Los Angeles, California, guys. We have some of the best properties in the USA, in the world, literally as your neighbors. Not to mention, the one is literally up the street, and then down below, Unica. And if we actually take a turn to the right, beautiful stone wall right here. You also can see you've got your exterior shower. Plant life also to the left complements the blue very well. And now, let's take a turn to the right. This is your massive backyard kitchen. I mean, this is definitely the longest outdoor kitchen that we've seen. It's huge. I don't know how many feet long this thing is. It's, I don't know, 25, 30 feet maybe?
A lot of them.
Yeah, it's a lot. And you've got seating for 4. You actually have 2 exterior sinks. I mean, let's just go in here real quick. What else do we have? Couple refrigeration spaces, of course, not 1, you got 2. You also have this metallic custom cabinetry here because, you know, we are outside. This does have to be weatherproof. Look at that. Stainless steel interior. So it's gonna go through all the rain, guys. I know it rains a lot in Los Angeles, at least 10 times a year, right? So definitely need this. Over here, ice maker, gotta have it. Hire the bartender. They've got ice, they don't have to bring it. Also, up above, space heater. Oh, you actually have 1 right there and then 3 towards my right. Sink number 1, let's continue down. Exterior barbecue to my left. And then I believe this actually is a pizza oven, which is crazy. So when you buy this property, you never have to go to Blaze Pizza or Pyology ever again. It's a good sign. Hood above, of course. More fridge space, another massive sink right here, another outdoor seating section, more space heaters above, like I mentioned. And one more time, guys, let's take a look at this pool. This is crazy. Now, it just looks so smooth, like so flat. Nothing is disrupting the flow of the water right now. And I also should have mentioned, we have 4 pool chairs here too. So you plus 3 friends could tan out here at this amazing pool. I mean, this is insane. When you've made it in life, this is the type of pool that you will have, I promise. Now, that's all for the backyard. Let's go downstairs and let's have fun because that's the entertainment floor. Follow us down the spiral staircase, and we have just made it to the lower entertainment level of the property. Now, this lower level contains some pretty crazy amenities. You have a private wellness center with a cold plunge and a hot tub, plus you have multiple wine cellars, you have your movie theater, pool table, and pool relaxation space, plus you've got your 8-car garage, which we'll see in just a bit. But right when you come down that spiral staircase, you are led into this contemporary seating space here, artwork on the walls, and before we head and see the wine cellar, movie theater, all that good stuff, let's take a look over here briefly. Down this private hallway, you see more beautiful artwork, and if you look up above at the ceiling, you have this vertical wooden paneling which extends all the way to the end of this space, and you've got recessed lighting bordering the ceiling, which looks very unique, and this takes you exclusively into that 8-car garage. It's a supercar gallery, truly. It's got windows, it's got natural lights. That's pretty crazy for any garage, I feel like. And we'll see that space later. You won't be disappointed. Now, to the left, you have access into a beautiful powder bathroom with the floating stone vanity. And then you actually have another powder bathroom directly to the left of that, which is very cool. Now, also one more item you have, actually a couple more items. You have access into your laundry room, which has space for 4 appliances, custom upper and lower cabinetry throughout, built-in sink. You've got it all in that space. And we also have another laundry room upstairs too, because chances are you're gonna have some guests staying on either floor, need to wash their clothes. So you have the best of both worlds. Now, this long private hallway takes us into your very own guest bedroom, which gets great views of the pool skylight down below. It also has access into an ensuite bathroom with beautiful stone details and a glass enclosed walk-in shower space. Now let's go ahead and exit that section right there. And if you look down to my right, that hallway takes us into the wellness center and the private gym, which we will be seeing later. Now, where have we ended up? This is your wine tasting room. And what's interesting is that you don't just have one singular wine cellar. Instead, you actually have 4 different temperature-controlled wine cellars down here in this space, which is something I've never really seen before. This is awesome. And you actually have wine bottle storage on both sides of each wall. Now, I don't know if each one is temperature controlled, but if they are, that means you have 8 different wine cellars, which would be even crazier. Could you imagine? I mean, how many bottles of wine are we storing here? Hundreds probably, huh? Now up above, you can see we actually have the ceiling perimeter illuminated with these LED light strips. And this is just 10, 20%. No, it's probably 10% of the first level. We have so much to see. It's crazy. Now, there's more wine storage on either side of me, but let's go ahead and take a look to the right because this is it. We've made it into the impressive movie theater. Now you can sit at least 16 to 20 people, I would say, in this movie theater. You have multiple restoration hardware, cloud couches. Oh my God. This whole sectional will probably cost you like 30 grand, I would say. And then the one behind it, 20 grand probably, maybe more. I don't know. It's crazy, but probably looking at like $50,000 just worth of couches. Now, you got to see this right here. Crazy movie screen right here. This is huge. It looks like we're actually at the cinema. You've got the padded walls throughout the entirety of the space here. I mean, plush walls. It absorbs the sound. It's soundproof in here. My mic probably sounds 10 times better than it did out there. Speakers built in to the ceiling, LED lights surround the perimeter of the section, projector to the left. I mean, you've got it all in this space and it's carpeted. Now, here we are. We've made it into the bar. This is the underground bar. This is the second, maybe the third bar that we've seen so far. Actually, yeah, It is the third bar that we've seen in this property with seating for 6 guests. You've got lounge area to the right. You've got views of the wine cellars. Crazy that's a plural. You have 4 wine cellars. That's insane. You've got these interesting kind of olive, kind of grayish blue walls that we also will see in the garage. But before we go there, inner workings time. We got to talk about this stuff. So we've got built-in open shelving, plus we have custom cabinetry throughout this section. We've got beautiful mirrored backsplash, spots for all your wine glasses, your martini glasses. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we have a lot of refrigeration down here. Miele glass enclosed, and then next to that you have double the amount of storage practically. That's amazing. And then built-in ice maker. Guys, this is ice maker number 3 at the property. I'm certainly keeping track. We may see more, you never know. Now we have a built-in sink to the left, and then some more custom cabinetry, of course. And I also, again, really like the curvature of this bar specifically, and they've made the other bar upstairs curved. Will we see another curved bar on the top floor? It's possible. The world may never know. Now also, back side of the wall includes more custom cabinetry, espresso toned wood. Space looks impressive, but now you gotta walk backwards a little bit because where have we made it? The pool table. Amazing space overall. And one more thing that I cannot stress to you enough is how linear this floor plan is, especially downstairs. Guys, take a look at that. You could run the mile just going back and forth, doing laps. This is huge. I don't know how many feet. This is 100-something feet. I don't know. This is insanely large, but now we have something else to show you. So we have these pocket sliding glass doors. And this section takes us into one of the most unique seating areas that I've ever seen before, but this is impressive. So what are we looking at here? We are looking at multiple caissons that are holding up your infinity edge pool here. And these don't just stop at the turf area. I want to stress that to you all, okay? These caissons are drilled minimum 50 to 75 feet into the bedrock of the mountain to secure this property from any earthquakes, etc. These concrete caissons are huge, and they're so essential for the foundation of this property. And take a look at the pool skylight. This is crazy. I mean, we've only seen a pool skylight in a couple properties, but this one here is probably the largest that we've ever seen. And I'm gonna walk down this space right here. Guys, look at where we are right now. This is insane. I think this space is so cool. So, couple cool things about this space. First is it's actually very cool down here because we're surrounded by concrete. So even during the day, if it's very hot outside, it's still gonna be cool down here. Secondly, you get the impressive views of Bel Air. You don't really get any natural light down here. And third, it's actually turfed all throughout. You have some pool chairs towards the right, and this section even has a small outdoor kitchen with its own built-in refrigeration. And again, it's got those amazing views. It's crazy. Now let's continue down. There's actually more to see, okay? We have a lot of guest bedrooms down here on this floor that we'll see in a bit too, and you can actually access them from this central walkway. But if you look to my right, this is actually your private staircase, which takes you up above to the backyard. So it is very easy to access this area from the backyard, or you leave your underground guest bedroom and you go up for a swim. It's very easy. More views. It's so crazy, but there's one more thing. Okay, there's 2 more things, but this one is the gym, which we're gonna talk more about later. And then that further takes you into the sauna, the steam room, the indoor hot tub, which also could be a cold plunge. Actually, there's 2 in there. 1 hot tub, 1 cold plunge. We'll see that later, but we have to talk about the garage. Guys, this is it. This is the 8-car garage. That's how it's being described in the description of the property listing. I'd say you can probably park more than 8 cars here. I mean, a couple motorcycles. This is insane. Now, if you remember our tour from 1055 Stradella, which is the property across the street, that home also had a very similar garage like this, contemporary. It's dark, it's like a man cave. This garage is better than the other one. You wanna know why? Because of this. Beautiful views every time you look out. every time you pull into your garage. Also, I should mention, that driveway slopes down below. So you're driving into this kind of underground bat cave sort of thing, this sort of unique experience. Now, of course, garage door to my left, sloped driveway takes you down to this space. We have these sort of olive toned walls, structural pillars and ceilings throughout. The space is very illuminated as well. And there's actually more unique items here that we have to discuss. First of all, very cool artwork is shown throughout. But if we take a look to my right, you have this private office/security booth area. And it actually has its very own bed, and it has a full-size bathroom with a glass enclosed walk-in shower, and it gets direct outdoor access to that driveway, which is pretty cool. Another item, let's take a look to the left, another private lounge. So you can basically sit inside of here, relax, and look outside at your impressive supercar collection. Contemporary furniture throughout. You've got some custom cabinetry, upper and lower. You've got a built-in sink, and you also have a half-size bathroom inside of that area as well. What do you think? What car would you park here, Mr. Sam? What's it gonna be?
The pictures on the wall are giving me heavy 50s vibes. We see Mr. Frank Sinatra over here. I'm thinking of my grandpa's 1957 Chevy Bel Air.
That would be crazy. We're in Bel Air.
It's perfect.
It's a Chevy Bel Air.
Yes.
And we're in the hills of Bel Air, Los Angeles. So I don't think there could have been a better answer than that. And he's not lying. That's not just for the video. I've heard him talk about that car before.
It's my favorite.
So, I mean, yeah, that's cool. That's amazing. I'd probably park maybe like a LaFerrari or just something like chill.
Yeah,
something chill,
That'd fit too.
Yeah, Also, sliding glass door takes you in to your garage. Have you ever seen that before? No. No one has seen that before because this is the first time it's been done. And you can rent out this property. You could park your supercars in here tomorrow. All you got to do is contact the Maman Group and rent out this place for short-term or long-term rentals. That's it. That's all you got to do. Now, to the right, here we are. This is the gym. Oh, didn't see you there. Well, we've made it into the gym. This is the gym, okay? This is the impressive gym. Now, why is it impressive, you ask? Well, you have adjustable track lighting, first of all. Second of all, you have these rubber mat floors which surround the entirety of the space. So you're getting more of that authentic gym experience. Now over here, more of a wellness station. You've got built-in paneled refrigeration section, tons of cabinetry, floating shelving, spots for your towels. You got, of course, the Essentia water, some of the best water actually on the market. Over here, custom, beautiful ensuite bathroom, earth tone details, travertine shower, floating vanity. You've got it all at the space. And you also have, I already said the adjustable track lighting, but we're gonna continue down, okay? Now this hallway takes you back to the staircase, which we talked about earlier, but now it's time to show you guys my second favorite space in the entire property, and this is it. This is insane, okay? Stone floors throughout, stone walls, all earth tone. You've got two bodies of water right here. The larger one, I would assume, is your hot tub, just because it could seat more people. And this smaller one, it's gotta be the cold plunge, I would say. That's 10% of the room, all right? We have so much to see. Take a look to the right, glass enclosed, built-in sauna, wood paneled from floor to ceiling, wood on the walls, seating for at least 5 to 6 people, I would say. That's amazing. And then, that wasn't enough for you? Here we go. Steam room, touch control, beautiful marble details throughout on the floors, the bench, the walls, the ceiling, and you've got the body spray and the built-in rain head. To the left, we have this preparation vanity, stone countertops, custom cabinetry, mirror above, wall sconces, wall panels. You know the drill here. They spared no expense, obviously. Now to the left right here, more custom cabinetry. You've got your paneled fridge over here. And these are actually refrigerator drawers here as well. So you have a lot of spaces for all of your cold drinks, your cold beverages. Massage table to the right, hire a masseuse. There's pretty much no better spot to get a massage than this wellness center. Now, to the right, you've got a half bathroom with travertine countertops throughout. Let's go ahead and exit the wellness center. We're heading down the hallway. We've got the glass walls to the right, looking into the gym. And this floor, it continues to grow. It's a huge floor. To the left, we've got a guest bedroom with contemporary furniture throughout. We have access outside, and we also have your built-in closet storage with an ensuite bathroom with a walk-in shower. And now let's exit that space and take a look at the next guest bedroom we have right here. We've got contemporary furniture, closet storage, of course, and we've got your ensuite bathroom with the walk-in shower, of course. And now we're heading out of this space. And sadly, this floor comes to an end. What a crazy floor. I mean, this floor alone has got to be over 5K square feet, I would say. Plus the outdoor areas, it's easily over like 8K. It's insane. And that's what we're about to see right now. So let's do it. Here we are. We've just made it to the top floor of the property. And right when we come up that stone spiral staircase, we are actually led here into this contemporary seating area. You've got wood paneled walls throughout the entirety of the section, contemporary furniture throughout. You also get this curved railing and this curved wooden pattern here, which actually looks down to your spiral staircase. Now, towards the right, you have a glass door, which takes you out to a beautiful, more intimate outdoor seating section. You've got grass and plant life throughout that area, and you get a lot of natural light during the day in this upper level section. And right in front of me, we have access into a few different guest bedrooms, which we will be seeing later. More wood paneled walls to my right. And if we wrap around this private hallway here and go straight ahead past this wooden pivot door, you can see that we have just made it into the remarkable primary bedroom suite. This space is so unique for so many different reasons, and of course, you'll see why. Now, you've got the king size bed towards the left-hand side, contemporary artwork, and you've got the seating section to my right, curved couch. We also have some more unique design elements here as well, curved wooden paneled walls right here, and you've got this beautiful glass enclosed fireplace. You also see that they've implemented some of these vertical wooden panels going up to the ceiling, creating more character for the space. You've got some recessed in shelving, and they've even carried on that wall curvature all the way out here, wrapping around this countertop. This is so cool. These small nook shelving areas, these small niches, very unique, hard to do as well. Developers don't normally go this much into detail, but the David Maman design group is a little different than most developers. Now, let's go ahead and take a look outside because the sun is currently setting and it looks insane from right here. I'm not gonna lie. So if you take a look, seating section below me, we get some of the best views of Bel Air right here. And as the sun is setting, the blue in the distance, it looks so, so cool. Now, also, if you look up above here, we actually have some uniquely integrated space heaters above. Now, what else is interesting about this central balcony area? This is actually a main connector to the two primary bathrooms and closets that we have in this space. So the bathroom to my right contains a more darker finished theme, and it's got great views of Bel Air as well. And we'll go with that one in a second, but I want to take you to the bathroom on the left first, because this one is crazy. Let's take a look. This is one of two amazing primary bathroom suites that we will be seeing in this section. Now, first things first, the sun has set, it is dark now. And you know what that means? We're gonna be touring the rest of this floor at nighttime, and then after that, we're gonna go down to the main level and see what that looks like at nighttime, because the pool and the views look amazing, especially while the sun is down. But as you can see, you enter this section, we have light toned stone floors throughout the entirety of this space. We have similar matching countertops right here, fabricated sink below, and you can see right here, we have these very unique fluted stone cabinet spaces. And they are soft closing, of course. They are very heavy duty as well, very good quality. You can also see we have this mirror, which extends up to the ceiling. Again, beautiful stone backsplash here covers this entire side of the wall. Floating shelving to my right. You also have some open shelving down below right there. And guys, we cannot forget the main event. This is your solid stone bathtub right here. This is impressive. And of course, during the daytime, it overlooks the remarkable views of the mountains here in Bel Air, Los Angeles. Beautiful picture window, but of course you can also close up this space with these curtains if you wish. This is such a cool addition to this bathroom. And of course it also matches the same color of the floors and the walls that you see here. Now around the corner here, this is the glass enclosed shower space. We've got similar earth toned stone floors below me, and we have more of a lighter stone surrounding the entirety of the shower, fabricated shelving, and we have some rose gold fixtures there, which include a body spray and 2 different shower rain heads. We've got the water closet to my left, and you guys can see we have actually just made it into primary closet number 1 of 2. First things first, circular light fixtures are positioned right above this center island right here. We have this glass countertop complemented with this waterfall edge stone countertop. We've got motion sensored lights here, so these turn on as you open them. Spots to hold your clothing. We've got built-in shelving sections. We of course have your glass shelving areas. Again, illuminated with LED lights throughout. It looks amazing. And now we're looking at the back side of this closet. And this is something we haven't really seen before on the channel. This is crazy. So this entire wall is curved right here, and all of this floating wood shelving, of course, it's mounted into the wall. It actually takes on that similar curved shape here, which is something very unique. So I can imagine having my entire shoe collection occupying probably like a couple of the shelves. I don't have that many shoes, but each shelf has its own light. You've got it all in this closet, and I mentioned to you, right, this is closet number 1. We still have another one, okay? There's a lot going on at this property. Now, if you take a look to my left, this is your preparation vanity. You, of course, have your stone countertops, mirror above, wall sconces, and then mirrored walls right here, or so we thought. This is a secret room, guys. Take a look. Wow. This is the safe room, the panic room. I don't even know if I was supposed to find this. I found it by accident, honestly. That's crazy, I'm not gonna lie. No one would literally ever know that that's there. And these doors aren't even real. It's only that one. That's crazy. Skylight above, and then you come right here, and then this is actually the entrance to the primary suite, which we saw earlier. Real quick, look at it at nighttime. Such a different vibe. I think it looks really nice at this hour. You got the twinkling lights down there, the city. Now let's come over here. Vertical wooden panels have been installed. They're floor to ceiling. And this takes you to a seating section here. You've got custom cabinetry and shelving to the left. You can also conceal this area if you wish, but this leads you into a stainless steel sink. And then down below, you've actually got built-in refrigeration. Very cool. Now let's take a turn over here. And this is primary closet number 2. And it's huge. So you've got another center island right here. Glass countertop, more custom cabinetry below with that leather inlay. Up above, beautiful chandelier illuminating this closet. And again, we have tons of floor to ceiling, glass paneled custom cabinetry here to my left. I mean, what else? We have so much leather finish on the outside of these. And then we actually have the wood inlay for these specific drawers. Spots to hold your clothing, LED lights above. And now, let's take a look right here. Look at this back wall. This is crazy, guys. I am 6'3" for reference. And look at the height, look at the scale of this shoe storage area. I'm at a loss for words, truly. You could easily store 8 pairs, I'd say, per shelf. So, I mean, do the math, you could store a lot of shoes for sure. And of course, each shelf has its own recessed light. It's amazing. Now, let's continue down, and you guys can see, here we are. We've made it into primary bathroom number 2. Now, inside this primary bathroom, we see lots of dark stone countertops, flooring, and custom cabinetry. Take a look right here, and it actually is fluted right here. on the exterior. It's very heavy as well. It's so satisfying to close it, actually. It's very solid. I like that a lot. Fabricated sink to my right-hand side. Beautiful mirror goes up to the ceiling, but then we're actually seeing more of the earth tone stone on this back side of the wall. There's a lot of dark stone here, but they had to kind of brighten up the space, so they included the earth tone in here. I do like that. You've got recessed lighting on either side of the mirror, custom cabinetry in front of me, seating to the left, and I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but the pool down below is bright. It's illuminated right now because it's nighttime. And then from this space, you can actually see the city lights in the distance, which we'll go out and check out in a bit. And then if we take a look to the left, you've got the shower. Same dark stone continues on the floors and up here on the walls, fabricated shelving, bench seating. You've got the body spray and 2 mounted rain heads in here. I mean, oh, it's amazing. I love it. And then like we said earlier, we've got that exterior balcony, living space, also a hallway if you want to call it that, because it takes you directly to the other bathroom. City lights in the distance. I mean, this is a pretty crazy primary bedroom, not gonna lie. Had a lot of components. And the other component that I forgot to say, you have herringbone wood paneled floors below. Now let's continue outside of this space because that's not all for the top floor. We have a lot more to see. So let's continue our tour down over here. Towards my right-hand side, we have a storage area, private candy bar. That's what they're calling it in the description. And then around this corner, we have access into a laundry room, which has space for 2 appliances, and you have custom upper and lower cabinetry throughout. And now, if you guys follow me down this hallway, this takes us into guest bedroom number 1 that we will be seeing for this space. Contemporary furniture throughout. You've got an ensuite bathroom with beautiful stone details and a glass enclosed walk-in shower. You also have walk-in closet, of course, and then this bedroom actually has a very unique feature that we haven't seen in this property yet. And this is your very own private courtyard. It's got seating sections throughout, travertine walls, stone floors, beautiful views of Bel Air and of the city. And we also have these metallic vertical beams, which we saw earlier today. Very cool space. I like this courtyard a lot. And you can see the pool down there. We'll check it out later. But what else is cool about this courtyard is the fact that it actually connects you here to the next guest bedroom that we will be discussing. More contemporary furniture. You've got the ensuite bathroom with the stone details throughout. You've got the walk-in closet with custom cabinetry all throughout that area. And then exiting this guest bedroom and taking a turn to the left, this is the final guest bedroom that we will be seeing up here on this level. More contemporary furniture, walk-in closet, which actually leads you into your ensuite bathroom there. And then this space also has a beautiful balcony, an outdoor space to relax. You got the plant life seating section and the amazing views of the city. And you can actually peek over and see your pool down there to the right, which again, we'll see in a second. But follow me back towards the landing. And that concludes our tour for this top floor. But now, like I said, it is nighttime, so we have to go check out what nighttime looks like from the perspective of the main level and the pool. So let's do it. All right, guys, we have made it to the property at nighttime, and I'm kind of at a loss for words. Looking up here at the exterior, the home just illuminates so beautifully, especially at this time of day, this time of night, I should say. If you look to the right-hand side, beautiful water feature. It's so impressive, guys. This home, the design elements, everything about it is just, it's flawless, truly. One of my favorite homes that we've seen definitely in Bel Air. Now, of course, we've got the beautiful illuminated entry, and we've made it to the great room at nighttime. So of course you can see we have the fireplace going right now. Although it's dark outside, the interior is bright and again, illuminated in such an impressive way. Of course, we get the twinkling city lights down there in the distance, beautiful exterior lighting. And if you follow us over here towards the kitchen, towards the living space, guys, again, you'll notice the vibe is just completely different here. Well, it's dark outside, and I truly love it. Like I said, I'm a night owl, and this is when I would want to entertain, invite guests over. The house looks so moody, so impressive. I love it. Now let's continue down, and what do we have here? Infinity edge pool, illuminated with these lights. The lights in the distance, this is impressive. Now that concludes our tour today for this amazing property here, newly constructed house, I should say, in the mountains of Bel Air, Los Angeles. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around with us till the very end of this tour. If you enjoyed this property, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel because we're touring more homes just like this one every week on the channel. Huge thank you to the Maman Group for making this tour possible, and we'll see you in the next one.